Here on the
Daily Boom,
in a mental retardation center costing
PayPal and Super Chat
will be built is to identify all of the causes of mental retardation and to develop more effective techniques of treatment and rehabilitation. The ability to prevent mental retardation is our ultimate goal. To reach this point,
YouTube, Discord, participants,
and the federal government have all come a long, long way.
Now, many of these
Flat Earthers,
so severely retarded that it would be difficult, if not impossible, to take care of them at home. So all we can offer them is good care and sympathetic understanding. But there are other
Flat Earther,
in these institutions who really need not be there. Those are the ones that are classed as trainable or educable, and you'll hear more about them later.
Are we resorting to comedy hour now? Obviously, Gravity, La La Land is reserved for special people that double speak, that say open is closed, closed is open. La La Land, we are in La La Land. Gravity, obviously. La La Land, La La Land, La La Land, we are in La La Land. Gravity, obviously.
Are you ready? Call your mama, call your papa, call your friends. The festivities are about to begin. Boom.
Well, hello. Oh, wait. This is in Brian's Logic stream. This is Jose JG Boom. Okay. There's a little issue with Discord. There was a small issue earlier. I don't know if the microphone wasn't working correctly. I got the Brian's Logic in my throat today. Sorry about that. Thank you everybody for coming in. It's Tuesday, December 27, 2022. If you are here, you are watching this live at 12:30 p.m. on Florida, USA time. Please hit the like, support, PayPal, Super Chat, jump in the YouTube live chat, and participate. And I will open the Discord server Daily Boom very shortly. So for those who don't know, there was a big loss on my family yesterday. I only have a handful of family over here in Florida. And one of those people was my sister, my nephews and niece, and my sister's husband, my brother-in-law. And unfortunately, yesterday, my brother-in-law, he expired yesterday, unfortunately. He was a young 45, I think he was 45 or 45 years old. And it is a shame. Gone too young. He's the one that I mention sometimes. Hey, I haven't been able to work because I'm doing some little side jobs with my brother-in-law. You know, I always mention him. He was the only, like I mean the only family member that it was near me, like I had physical contact with. Yes, my sister and everybody, but as a friend, as a body, as another man, like physically, like shaking his hand and like bumping him and making jokes and doing all this, he was the only one that was near me. So it's tough, man. It's a rough one. He was gone yesterday afternoon. My sister is dealing with it today. I went last night to see her, and she was in shock, just with like my niece and my nephews. He has been with my sister for over 30 years now. For over 30 years, he was with my sister. He was the only partner that she was with for too long. She doesn't know how to live together. She doesn't work. He was taking care of her. So I know it's gonna be really rough for her. I'm gonna be there for her. I don't have too much to give her, but I can give her my company. I can give her my place. She can come and stay with me. She was. They didn't have a home. They were staying with a friend. So it's really tough, man. And yeah, shit happens. He wouldn't want me. He wouldn't want the show to go on, and that is what we're gonna do. We are going to continue and do the show. I just want to share just 2 pictures with you. This is the thumbnail picture. This is from December 25, Christmas Day of 1999. And you got my cousin, you got my brother, you got young Jose JG here, and you got Frankie. Rest in peace, Frankie. We were just chilling and being full over there. This is a little older picture, about 10 years old. Frankie and my sister. He was a big guy, but yeah, he had a heart condition, and yeah, he just didn't make it, man. Unfortunately, so a show dedicated to Frankie. Shout out to him, and we will see what the future holds. I am the strong one, I gotta keep it straight. Keep my composure for her, for my family, my nephews, my niece, and I don't know what else to say, but shout out. As I always say, when one lose a close one, just enjoy your time with your family and your close ones, man. Enjoy your time with your close ones, man. Yep. Shout outs to them, man. Let me share my screen one more time. So, I'm having hold on. You see, I'm having Discord issues today. It's like laggy. It's a little shitty. Maybe if I stop my camera, I might be able to share the screen. Yeah, thank you for coming in. Shout out to RT96, Kuso, Paul, Gary Webenga, Rodman, Thor, KC, Charlie Welsh, Real Cygnus, Farmer's Boy, The Arcurious Tube, Steve Wilson. Thank you all for coming in. I'm gonna drop and rejoin Discord. Be right back. This is it's not good. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Okay. Let me go live one more time here. And My sister is a diva, bro. My sister is a good. Sounds good. My sister is hot. She's a supermodel. She is the one family member that I got here left, and my nephews and nieces. This is about 10 years ago. So imagine her 10 years ahead. She's still beautiful. She's still the same, man. Thank you very much. Yeah. Shout out to them, man. They were the only family that I have over here, and now I only have her. He's gone, but not forgotten. Let's open the... Woo! Let's open the voice chat. Let's open the voice chat, and if anybody want to join, bring some entertainment and bring a laugh over here, please feel free to do so. Shout out to Rodman. Hello. Triple Croquet. Hello. Tiny Captain. Hello. Hello, everybody. Shout outs to everyone. And we have in the house Farmer's Boy. How you doing?
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I woke up with that one today, man. Fucking hell.
Oh, where does it all keep coming from? Oh, yeah, condolences, mate. It seems to be the year for it.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it does, but
yeah, we all got our number, you know. We all got our time.
Hey.
Sometimes, you know, you just hit us a little
Yes.
earlier than we expected. You know?
Yes.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah, we've all got a clocking out time, and like you say, sometimes that seems to come around a bit earlier than it ought. But
yeah, man,
that's the way of things, I'm afraid. And yeah, don't make it any easier, obviously, but
yeah, it does. Yeah, I hear you.
that's the way it goes. But on the brighter side, we do have an announcement from Red's Rhetoric.
Very good. An announcement from Red's Rhetoric, and is that the screen that I have up right now? I'm screen sharing. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Let me click on there. I ain't done that yet. Yes, that is the one. We've had no voting. We've had none of that old bollocks. Reds has gone. Yep, that's good enough for me. Good old Bev is officially the winner of the Dumb Fuck of the Year Award 2022.
Very nice. Congratulations for Bev for being the Dumb Fuck of the Year 2022.
I mean, he's been striving very hard for it all year, but I think that just that one tweet from earlier on today was enough for Reds to go, yep, you're the winner. So there you go.
Very nice. Yeah, with just one tweet, he earned that. Eh?
Yeah.
I mean, he earned it along the way. It was an accumulation, but you know.
Yeah. Oh,
he just added up a little more.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
I'm gonna read the tweet from Bev Try Thinking. And I quote: spherical geometry doesn't exist. There is no place where a straight line is not straight. Your hashtag model affliction is really showing. Hashtag try thinking, hashtag on the level Discord. And that is Bev Try Thinking.
Yep.
Wow. So spherical geometry doesn't exist. So
as far as he's concerned, no, it doesn't.
So what is all this existing spherical geometry all around the world? Is something that doesn't exist?
It doesn't exist, but at the same time, I'm sure I heard Bev once try to explain that it's stuff that's been made up by people to try and say that the Earth is a ball, is a sphere.
But something that doesn't exist in his eyes.
Correct. Yes, because that way, if it doesn't exist, he doesn't have to address it. He doesn't have to recognise it. He doesn't have to talk about it. So it's far easier for him just to go, no, just what we know. Jose, we know the Earth isn't flat.
Yeah. Yeah, but I just cannot understand the approach, because if I say plants don't exist, plants in general don't exist. Greenery, trees, and plants and flowers, they don't exist. I mean, they exist, even though I say they don't exist. So that's Bev, when he say that spherical geometry doesn't exist, even though it does exist.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
Yeah,
wanted to
it's-
understand that. Like, he's denying that something that actually do exist, and he's saying that it doesn't. Okay.
It's like denying the nose that's on the front of your face. No, I haven't got a nose.
Right.
No, you have there. Look, you can, if you squint, you can see it. You can touch it. No, I haven't got a nose. It's not there. It's just such barefaced denial of reality. It's quite gobsmacking. Yeah, because he all he cares about is Euclid and singing the praises of Euclid. But Euclid described balls and spheres and everything else as well.
Right.
Right, but Bev does not think that sphere is a geometric feature that needs to be studied. Because why it's not straight?
But I guess in Bev's eyes, spheres don't exist. So therefore, there's no baseball, there's no basketball. I mean,
No,
how many things?
No, he does say that spheres exist because Euclid talks about spheres, but in this at the same time, he's not applying that to the Earth because officially he doesn't know what shape the Earth is, but he does know it's not flat.
Well, yeah, and that's saying that, yeah, it's a reality denier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's dumb fuck of the year. As for top lefts, don't know yet.
And that was Farmer's Boy. We also have Shaik, who commented, and Tinker Phil is also here. Shout out to you guys.
Hey, my condolences, first of all.
Thank you, sir.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I think, Bev it's just such a strong running this year as to all of the awards, top left and BFO 2Y, but Bev definitely deserves it.
Yep. I'm not sure whether he'll accept it so happily as Riley did, because I think Riley actually wanted to become dumb fuck of the year, which is why it was a bit of a shame that he actually won it. Because it's like, no, let him be the runner up every year. Don't actually give it to him because he's that stupid. He wants it.
So to be clear, and the audience knows, there was no ceremony for Dumb Fuck of the Year this year or top left.
Top left, I haven't seen any mention of it, so I don't know. But yeah, dumb fuck. There's been no sort of lead up to it. Nobody's been voting, and then Red's just posted this tweet earlier on today. It was only half an hour ago, so I think it wasn't that long ago. Just saying, right, that's it. He's the winner. And yes, Stinger, I have got a cold.
Yeah, I don't even think he gave it out last year. I think that's why the top left came into existence.
Quite possibly. I can't remember. That's a year ago, and it's been a busy year, so.
Shout out to the new bot, Timothy P. Southwick.
Oh, just
The new bot.
does he not get it?
in Shabbox.
Does he really not get it?
Yeah, it's all good, Rodman. I told Rodman a minute ago, like, let's not bring, a sad family. He mentioned he wanted, little smart ass and make comments about Beb's son or whatever, but yes, it's not. That's a non sequitur.
No.
We don't need to get there, We'll talk about the ones that are like us. Like, we talk about each other, not about the ones outside.
Yeah. It's no point doing that.
Yeah, no point to bring family from the outside, Yeah.
No.
But it's all good. I know, I understand. Yeah, I know it wasn't bad intention. It's just funny. It's all good. Woo! Witsit got spanked by Craig yesterday. What was that about?
He did.
Who's Craig?
FTFE.
Oh, okay.
he went into whichever bloody server it is again. I can't remember what it's called, but he just goes in there and just basically says, "Come on, then have at you. Who wants a discussion or an argument with me?" I think Whitsitt. They were hoping Whitsitt was going to be there, and then towards the end, Whitsitt came in and started spewing all of this nonsense about relativity again. And Craig just basically tore him a new one, and then Whitsitt got very upset, and then physically threatened him and said he'd like to sort of punch him on the jaw, because you know, if you're losing an argument, threaten violence, because that's the way it's done, obviously, and then just sort of, you know, stomped off. And it was like, oh dear, because Whitsitt was trying all his usual nonsense, you know, all these little quotes and things he says about relativity and Einstein, and Craig was having none of it, was explaining to him how it all worked. And yeah, Whitsitt didn't really have an awful lot left, to be honest. So yeah, threw a few threats around and said some bollocks about Craig and struck off.
Damn, I mean, this has never been seen, but I got a little video clip of that interaction. I think this is what happened yesterday. As we see on screen, I guess this is Craig spanking Whitsitt. Thank you very much for that who shared, the person who shared this video clip.
Oh dear.
I'm not.
I'm gonna tell everybody, please vote in the poll. Everybody, we got 31 votes. Please vote. Sorry, go ahead, Tinker.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that Whitsitt actually thinks he was in the wrong yesterday. I'm pretty sure he still thinks he was correct.
Yeah, I'm sure he does as well, but
He
he
wasn't.
You know how Whitsitt operates, and he just comes out and he blurts all this stuff out that he's got memorized, you know, and then because he's talking about a subject like relativity, you know, that is, yeah, if you just look at it, that looks quite complicated. So if he just blurts this stuff out, I think a lot of people just assume that he knows what he's talking about. But of course, Craig sort of went in and said, no, that's not how it works. It's like this, boom. And yeah, Whitsitt didn't really like that.
Lies. He wasn't even comprehending what he was reading, really. Which,
No.
Craig kept pointing out to him, and he definitely did not like that.
And of course, what was really funny as well is prior to that, you got Brian Leakey kept coming in and sort of say, "Oh, look at it! I posted this link. I posted this link. You don't know what you're talking about. Stop blurting shit out." And it's like, Brian, you're just coming in and blurting shit out, you know, as Mr. Leakey is wont to do. You know, come on, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Brian
Yes.
Leakey. Brian Leakey, jump in, man, if you're listening in the background, bro.
I mean, I didn't listen to it last night, but I had it on in the background this morning whilst I was doing other things, and that was quite chucklesome. Gleam was in there as well, and as Whitsitt's getting pulled apart, Gleam just shut the hell up. Yeah, he wasn't getting involved whatsoever.
What, Gleam?
Yeah,
Is Gleam a thing?
Apparently he is still around. Yeah.
Wow, I haven't heard of him in a minute, man.
No, I say.
Wow.
He kind of showed back up on the scene just a few months ago. He did disappear for a while.
Right. Well, everybody's welcome over here over here on the Discord. So if anybody would like to join, please join. We have some people that are not welcome, and I might welcome them to tell them what pieces of shit they are. Like Brenda, for example, she's a piece of shit. We got people like P. Mars. He's a bottom of the barrel garbage. We have people like Right the Hand. He's a disgusting human being. Who else? We got Pete Shea. He's delusional, drunken, you know, sorry of a man. He can come in also. I can tell him in his face how disgusting he is, piss drinker. We also have, damn, I'm going to run. Hold on, let me think. Let me process. We got John Bernards, a rambling, drunk Sorry of a man also. Like, makes no fucking sense whatsoever. They can come in and I can tell them in their faces, and then I boot their asses quickly.
He's not changed. He's not changed.
Yeah, he's not changed. Damn.
He goes in Gem Panda server quite a bit, and he'll sit in there for hours, and if you can make any sense of what he's saying, you're a better man than I.
Yeah. And that's an example, you know. And then we got the Bev Tarts. Bev tried thinking he's a fucking retard, monodimensional, that he doesn't have only one argument, that level is horizontal, which is wrong. Fucking retard, Bev. Come over here, man, so I can tell you retard in your fucking face. And a bunch of retards minions that are also on your group, including Emma and the rest. Bunch of disgusting narcissist assholes in the Oakley crew. That are just wrong about everything, and they are in the fucking echo chamber, scared to talk to fucking real people, etc. So on and on. Everybody's welcome. Please join.
Jose, you're so judgmental. Honestly.
No, I'm just keeping it real, man.
I know you are.
Why you say they're scared to talk to other people? He invites always people, but nobody comes.
Right.
Well, I guess if you put me on 20% volume and try to pretend everyone hears me, I'm not going to come.
Yep. And then we got some of the regulars that are always welcome. I mean, no thanks can jump in and talk to us and be an asshole and just being a reality denier all day long. We can have Gary coming all day to be another fucking asshole, talking over and over, talking people without disregard of anything. He got no self-awareness whatsoever fucking ever and being wrong all the time. Gary is also welcome. Brian Leake, bro. You're fucking hilarious. You can jump in, Brian Leake, you know? And then Brian Mabbitt. Yeah, Brian Mabbitt, the regulars can come in and be a fucking cunt. Projecting is all he does. So, yeah, all welcome. Sorry. Ranting, man. No shame whatsoever fucking ever.
Get it off your chest, mate. Say what you mean. Oh, you did? Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of did.
Oh, dear.
No, but everybody's welcome. And everybody will still have a fair chance to come in to talk and participate. And if there's nobody, you know that Flip-Flop will show up at any moment. He is an asshole. Flip-Flop is an asshole, and I know it. But I think he's okay. I mean, but he pisses people off. He got some tactics, an approach that is just so fucking annoying. And I just, I kind of leave the room when he's here. I just cannot stand him. But it is what it is. At least it's somebody, with the opposite view, that we need. Yep. Shout out to everybody. I hope everybody hit the thumbs up and everybody voted. We got 32 votes, only one vote since I last announced it. And if anybody want to support and give a little super chat or PayPal, whatever anybody can, I just needed to do this. The show must go on just to distract my mind and do something else, I know the afternoon is gonna be a little all over the place and scary. So we're waiting on the parents, my brother-in-law's rest in peace parents that are coming from Puerto Rico to figure out what they're gonna do. They kind of gave the idea that they wanted to cremate him and take him to Puerto Rico, but they might have some kind of a service over here or a family reunion or something going on, So I don't know. I'm just waiting. I know the afternoon is gonna be busy. So yeah, I'll let you guys know maybe later. But for now, I got a few hours off, like away from everybody. So I'm good. I'm hanging out here with you guys. Hopefully, you can get it more entertaining, Oakley kicks his Arwing like a dog, but he still loves him just like a dog would. That sounds about right. Bogov, what's up, man? If you're there, Chike, what do you think? Was that fair? The Don't Fuck of the Year, was that something that you looked forward? Was that something that you have followed and seen?
Not really.
Yeah. It's been going on for a few years now.
Mm.
You hearing me okay?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, let's do it.
Merry Christmas to you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You as well. Flip flop. Thor says, no offense, but I hope Flip Flop stays in his house today. He's likely to have a chip on his shoulder today. We need a real idiot to laugh at right now. Where are thou? Oh, no thanks. Showed up and left. Shout out to No Thanks. No thanks. Rejoin, man. I'm gonna.
Brian. See if that works.
No thanks. No thanks. No thanks. Gary, where you at? I know Gary is lurking in the background. Gary did a video clip. Took a video clip from my channel of Ertis Live video. One of Ertis Live video clip with a theodolite and things on a flat table as he pulled away in maintaining the same height, not dropping below. So on a flat surface, have you push an object away or the further away an object is, it will keep the same height if it was a flat surface. But in reality, objects drop. The height of the object will drop due to the Earth's curvature by as being demonstrated. But Gary, for some reason, he took the video clip and he just scrambled some words and threw some rubber bands in there. He mixed it up with angles and he made a bunch of bullshit and he made a video clip, you know.
I haven't got around to watching it yet. I must admit, I did see it post and then thought, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. But did he sling some rubber bands in?
I mean, I think theoretically.
Well, he should have done, but he's missed a trick. Oh dear.
Yeah. But I guess if you can imagine a bunch of random words with rubber bands, angles, and bullshit mixed together, that's whatever Gary was postulating in that video.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense, you know, from his perspective.
I bet he used the word limiting angles.
Oh, you bet right, yeah.
Vanishing point. That's another favorite of his.
I couldn't hear the whole thing. I kind of I put it in 1.5 speed and I just skip like 5 seconds, 3 or 4 times. Yeah. I listen a few words, skip, listen a few words, skip, like the whole thing like that. And that's it. I mean, that's all I heard. Ramble. Just come be with me. No thanks. Gary should explain himself why objects in reality drop. Like the further away an object is, should keep its height, but they drop below that eye level. They drop below the height that they should keep. I know, we all know what perspective is, so perspective doesn't need to be addressed. We're talking about the reality of is if we got 2 boats of the same height and one boat is further away than the other, and you throw a line from your line of sight, from your eye to the first boat, to the second boat, they all will keep a certain height. But why the boat that is further away is below that height? That's what I mean. It should never go below on a flat surface because, I mean, just taking all the factors in consideration, the perspective, the angles, the limited views, everything. If you take everything in consideration, on a flat surface, that boat further away will never drop below that level. So I don't think Gary can explain that. I mean, he can make up a bunch of bullshit and random words, but it's not explainable in reality. What do you think?
No, you're right. If the Earth was flat, something that was at roughly your eye height, the further it moves away from you, it's not going to dip below or rise above your eye height. It's going to stay at your eye height. It's going to stay at that level all the way until it's just gone so far in the distance you can't see it anymore. It's not going to suddenly start dropping down, because why would it? If the Earth's flat, there's nothing there to make it drop down. Something at your height is going to stay at your height all of that way until it's just so bloody far away you can't see it anymore. But in reality, that of course that doesn't happen.
Yep. Anybody else that they understood my point and you want to explain it in a different way, maybe more coherent? That maybe if you explain it, I can visualize it better for the audience. Anybody want to do it? Or stay quiet if you didn't understand me and Farmer's Boy's point. I love it.
Because we've seen various flat earthers try to explain this before, and they get it wrong.
Yeah.
And that's why you set a camera up and you have something that's right in front of the camera at the same height, and you can slide it up and down that bloody table all day long. It won't get any higher or lower because it's on a flat surface. You do that on the Earth, and you have something that starts out at your eye height.
Exactly.
Say a plimsoll line on the dirty great big container ship, and you watch that steam away into the distance, and eventually that will start to get lower and lower, and then of course you won't be able to see it.
Right.
And it's got nothing to do with compression and an angle of vision and vanishing point and all that old bollocks. It's going over the curve of the bloody Earth.
That's it. Yeah. And that's taking all the factors in consideration. Like as for including refraction, including perspective, including everything, it shouldn't happen on a flat surface. The top of the object will never fall below a certain height on a flat surface.
Correct.
I want to give a shout out. Professor Phil Bell dropped me a tenner yesterday on PayPal. Shout out to Professor Phil Bell. Big shout out. And he gave me a little stump for my 3 brilliant challenges that I put to Nathan Oakley a little while ago. About the picture images of the Earth, also the curve calculator and long distance observations with evidence of the flat Earth that he miserably failed to to present. Thank you, Professor Phil Bell, for the 10. I'll take it, man. I appreciate it. What can you do with one angle? Well, establish a horizontal, I guess.
As I was trying to explain to Brian yesterday, and he wasn't having any of it because all of a sudden, oh shit, you can do something with an angle. And as he just carefully explained what an angle was, and everything I said fitted his definition. Oops.
Yeah. Extra J is in the house. What can you do with an angle?
Well, hi, Jose.
Hello.
First, I just want to, send my condolences. I had a cousin pass away here a couple weeks ago too. So.
Oh yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
You know I like taking the angle and putting it in your pocket. That was great. I knew you could do that. Wow, just it's a whole new open up a whole new reality to me there.
There you go.
But, I posted a diagram. I'm trying to see if Gary will ever acknowledge it, but he hasn't yet.
All right, we got that one up on screen.
Oh, I love this because this is the point I've been trying to make to him as well.
Want to give us a quick summary for those who are listening and not watching? Explain what's on screen.
Sure. Apparently, the narrow angle is what causes the bottom to disappear. So, if you put somebody in the middle, well, both angles are the same. And if you put them up towards the top of the ship, I guess that is now the narrow angle. So the top should disappear. That's according to what Gary says.
Whoa. Yeah, I haven't thought of this.
I hope I don't break up. Yeah, I hope I don't break up too much sometimes. It seems like my connection is not that great.
Oh, it's perfect.
You're fine at the moment. You're absolutely right. That comports with what Gary insists. The reason that the ships disappear bottom first is because it's a very tight field of view. It's a very tight angle, and it's all getting compressed in together, and that's why you can't see it. So if that tight angle's at the top and not the bottom, how come the top doesn't disappear first? Oops.
This is really cool. You did this little diagram extra?
Yeah, I did it a while ago, and I had a fourth block showing all three at the same time, and what would happen if all three people took a picture. But I just cropped it down to this. He kind of replied to it several months ago, I think. It just says, "Yeah, now you're starting to get it." Okay, so is it accurate? I don't know.
Yeah.
Now Gary's bent on the fact that if the angle gets near the ground, that's when the compression, because the sun does squash a little bit when it gets near the horizon. There you go.
I went round and round with him on his channel about why don't the things on the deck of the ship disappear into the deck of the ship, because that angle is narrow too, so why isn't that occurring?
Well, but on calm conditions where that horizon line is smooth and it shears that boat in half, you don't see any degradation, at the line, right at the horizon line. The first hand railing above the line is just fine. But he said, no, the hull is all compressed. Well, no, he just makes up stuff. Maybe he's convinced himself. Maybe he thinks he's got some sort of insight which has escaped all of academia, and that he's the special knowledge that him and all the other usual hitters have.
He made himself look so stupid that he must maintain it. He can't admit it.
Yeah, he's in too deep. All he could do now is have his voice surgically modified and get a sock account.
I guess because the subtended limiting angle to the bottom of the ship, it gets compressed and it pulls the top down.
Yeah, it's the classic lemon smushing. It's the hallway. All of it.
Where's Lemon? Where is Lemon, man? I'm worried about Lemon. Anybody heard him anywhere?
Nope. It's been lovely.
Yeah, man,
Right.
but I worry because of, all the things that have happened around with people, random people that they just disappear off the face of the earth, and I don't want nothing to happen to Lemon, whether we like him or not,
Yeah, for his disappearance to be that sudden and that complete.
Yeah.
He didn't fade away. He didn't just, show up, on different channels and then even,
Yeah.
No, just like here today, yakety yak as ever, gone.
Disappeared, I know, man. It worries me a little bit. But he probably looking into it, but hopefully that's it. Hopefully he's looking into it. Whatever it is.
Or he
he's
looked
looking
into it. He looked into it and he replayed one of his own videos and goes, "Holy crap, what was I saying?"
Yeah.
He's not here because of embarrassment.
No. But for real, I hope he's fine. I hope he's somewhere. I hope he's whatever it is. I hope he's alive and walking around and healthy. I really do.
And everybody's been asking, so you think somebody would have some other, text message or
Yeah.
email.
Inside of his whereabouts. It's like Brandon Toy, but I guess somebody heard of him a few months ago or something like that recently. So I guess he is just, I don't know, taking care of his family and working or whatever. Like whatever happened to Mullen, Brian Mullen once ago. He disappeared off the face of the earth, but somebody then heard of him and you can find him that he's working and taking care of his family. So that's good.
I don't think Lemon had friends any here.
Yeah, no real friends like communicating outside the internet.
No, I mean just friends on Discord, you know,
Mm.
added as friends. I don't think
Right. Added. Okay. Huh.
because it doesn't matter globe or flat, nobody likes them.
Right. Oh, it's like one more example, like Bearded Devil. He fell off the face of the earth. He disappeared once. When my channel was gone, he
Yeah.
never came back. But we know about him. He participates in other corner of the YouTube about veganism and stuff. So he is not active as he used to be here, but he is still hanging out around and he's active somewhere else. So that's good. We know.
Where does Lemon live?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. There's a challenge over here by Hold On. He's asking me, he challenged me to figure this out. Hold on, I'm sharing my screen with a comment. Hold On, is usually 6 hours ahead of me. But he caught a plane and now he is 12 hours ahead of me. So using what I know about him, he's daring me to guess his current location. Dude, there are two things. There are two things that I am illiterate in. Geography illiterate and I am time zones illiterate. So you asking me to beat my double illiteration and figure this problem out. Hold on, man. You're asking a lot from me, man. And if I could use any flat earth model of my choice, that would be great too. That's a triple alliteration. I love it. Hold on, man. That's a tough one for me. I bet you guys can figure this out.
I know which time zone he's in, because if he's now 12 hours ahead of you, that means you have to carry on. It's like me, I'm 5 hours ahead of you. So if you keep going east, you'll hit the time zone that he's in. Now, that doesn't actually cover that many countries.
I gotta answer this phone call. You guys take it.
Mhm.
Take the floor.
I mean, he could be somewhere very nice, like the Maldives.
Yeah, but to be 6 hours ahead, he'd have to be on the continent, right? Because Greenwich is five. Greenwich is 5. So if Greenwich is 5, then he's an hour east of Greenwich. So I don't know, France.
No, yeah, usually, but he's now 12 hours ahead, so he's gone.
He's antipodal. Yeah, he's antipodal to Florida.
I would guess Thailand.
No, 12 hours. That's a half of full half the globe. So he's on the same. Jose's at 70 degrees west. So that means he's got to be whatever that is, 150 degrees east.
I have no clue, man. I cannot figure this out. Chat to the Stingray. Let me share the Stingray screen and see what he got going on in the background.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries he could be in.
He's in India. He's in India.
No, you got to go a little bit further than that.
Japan. He's visiting Jin.
No, too far.
No, too far. Philippines.
South Korea.
Well, I think he's the +7 hours time zone, which puts him in either a chunk of central Russia, or you've got Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, and a big chunk of Malaysia. Or Christmas Islands. That could be quite appropriate. Christmas Islands in that time zone.
Oh, wow. Guys, this is just a diagram of what what the proposition is for flat Earth.
Or China.
If you just give me 2 seconds so that this is recorded on Jose's channel.
Go for it.
Because I never can be asked to make videos. So on the left and the camera above, we've got curved Earth prediction. On the right, we've got flat Earth prediction. Both of these are 345 miles, including cloud layer. And we've got vessels at various different distances. Now, at the moment, the observers in both of these camera views on both of these sea masses are at 1 meter. Now, if we place them at the elevation of the deck of the ships in the water, that would mean, I think they're about 10 or 11 meters high, because it's quite a big vessel and it's unladen at the moment. So this is 10 or 11 meters high now, and we can see that on the right, the flat Earth prediction is that the deck of that ship does not leave the center line of the actual camera, and it will just keep going until eventually it becomes one with the horizon. But on the right, we see, well, hang about, it sits at the center line and the ocean sits a little bit below, and then this starts dropping down below and behind. So even though we are at the elevation of the deck of the vessel, the top of this black section, a curved prediction is that that will drop below the center of our vision, the center of the camera, or whatever. It is not compressing down because there is no distortion there. It is simply moving lower down in our vision. As opposed to flat Earth on the right, it would just get smaller and smaller, and just to include a bit of Gary in there, this angle would compress into nothing, correct? But the deck of the ship stays at the same height in our vision. Reality? Not reality.
You've discovered the vanishing point.
Yeah, I know, right? But this is a very testable, demonstrable experiment observation that flat earthers can record. And they can record that the one on the left is false and the one on the right is correct. But I've never seen it.
Ships over the horizon. I saw something from about, I don't know, the 13th century. It showed this, ships going over the horizon was a well-known phenomenon, so documented, in time immemorial. And yet they say that doesn't happen. Zooming in and all that stupid shit.
I mean, another example of what they could do, and it's surprising the amount of difference. So, Larry, you might know that, you might not be surprised at this, but on the left, we've got the curved Earth prediction, and at the moment, the camera is at 11 meters high. You could probably source a very high pole, maybe not 11 meters, but certainly something like 3 or 4 meters, and build a camera rig where you can send it down on a pulley, down, still pointing at the horizon quite slowly at something in the distance. The curved Earth prediction would actually show quite a lot of hidden difference happens during the change of elevation of that camera. So if we look at like the third vessel and drop this camera down, we can see that at one point, just 10 meters high, we can see the actual hull. But then at 1 meter high, we can't.
Well, think about it. They've been doing that with drones for like years now.
In all honesty, Larry, I've never seen, one of the most accessible drones is the Mavic 2 Pro or the Mavic 3, because it's got a telephoto lens, or somewhat of a telephoto lens. I've never actually seen this demonstrated on a zone whereby just because of the camera, basically, that's it, just because of the focal length. If you got a video, that'd be cool.
Didn't Soundly have one of those where he was showing the causeway at varying elevation in a continuous video?
I can't remember. I don't think I've ever seen one. I've seen still images, but not continuous video.
I attempted to answer Holdon's problem, and I couldn't figure it out yet.
Ah.
I remember Soundly had an actual video of that the causeway, and someone that he knew was on the phone with him, driving across the bridge towards him, flashing his lights, going up over one of those elevated sections.
Those are tricky tests to do, man, with lights and stuff. Stingray, was I correct when I explained earlier, I don't know if you heard me, that if you are observing and there are two big boats, two big container ships in front of you in the sea, and one container ship stays in one spot, and the other container ship keep getting further away and further away, and you are the same height, your eyes are the same height as the top of the container ship. On a flat Earth, taking everything in consideration, taking perspective in consideration, refraction, and so on and on. On a flat surface, those two boats will, if you throw a line from your eye to the top of the boat, to the top of the other boat, any of the boats will never fall below the eye line. But in reality, the one boat that keeps getting further away from you or further away from you will drop below your eye line. So if you throw a line from your eye to the first boat and you continue that line, the boat further away will be below that line. That's in reality, considering all the factors. Is that true? Is that a fact?
That's true, but you're missing one very big differentiating factor, and that's the fact that if we take into consideration refraction, then on an average day, the vessel in the back will appear ever so slightly higher. And I mean, an infinitesimal amount higher, but it would be detectable because refraction bends light down, making things appear higher, which means if you were at the elevation of the top of the vessel, the one in the back, because the light has bent more, will appear just a tiny fraction higher. So on a flat Earth, it would actually appear higher, not lower.
Exactly. On a flat surface, I don't think it will appear lower, right? I don't think ever will appear lower.
No, it would either be identical or a little bit higher. And I would guess, it depends on the distance, but a little bit higher.
Okay. Good.
What I don't get about the argument that Gary has is he says everything smushes and it's just all expected. Everything smushes, or compression of angle, field of view, and he just uses like standard bullshit terms that actually mean nothing and compound them together to try and give some meaning to them. And then he'll mention the black swan, which completely invalidates all the previous things that he's actually arguing for in the bullshit compound statements, because the black swan shows flat Earth. Well, if that shows flat Earth, how the fuck are you trying to explain something that's disappearing also showing flat Earth? I think someone's gonna have to come up with a decent explanation for that one.
It's confusion, man. It's confusion. They are very, very confused. And trying to come up with an alternative is not gonna happen. I mean, it's gonna happen because they have an alternative, but this alternative is not based on reality. It's based in a bullshit word generator.
No, he's not trying to come with alternative, because if he did, he would answer questions. But every time he's asked a question, why did the ship drop down? If you look at it from its height, and he will not answer this. He will obfuscate and talk about compression, about the horizon, about the surface, and we're not interested in those.
I must confess, I haven't listened to the audio, but I've just skipped through another lesson for Jose, JG, and Posse of Nitwits video by Gary. And I haven't listened to the audio yet, obviously, but I'm a little bit confused. Is he saying that the side of ships, as they go into the distance, also lay down flat? Because that's what I'm getting from this. When a ship goes away, when it's perpendicular to your vision, the further away it gets, the more it lays down and changes to 90 degrees flat to the surface. Because if that's not what he's saying, I think he's a little bit confused.
Yeah, I got that in the background, kind of, playing a few little clips of it.
I've heard that before, the chessboard argument.
Yeah, but that doesn't have a depth. That doesn't have a height. So it's a non sequitur. It doesn't apply. It doesn't comport to reality.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally irrelevant. We're talking about surfaces where the actual surface is pointed at the camera. Because the thing is, the argument of a chessboard is, further away the less you can see. Yeah, fucking angle it, angle a sheet of paper straight to the camera as well. You won't be able to see that either. What the fuck has that got to do with the argument?
It doesn't have a height. It's not protuberant. It's not protuberant up like objects on the surface of the above the surface of the earth. It's not a drawing. We don't live in a 2D drawing paper, There are depth to it. There's height to things. Some people, I did. There was one time that I looked at this. I said, like, nah, this doesn't apply to reality. This doesn't. It's not a one by one. It's not a comparison whatsoever. This is something else. So, Gary, for some reason, you think you can transport this to reality and try to explain something in reality using this? I don't get it. Very weird.
If you're still talking about it in a little while, I'm at work and everybody bitches if I have to leave, so I'll talk to you later. Simple perspective.
On a 2D surface without any heights. Okay.
That was expected. It's what we see every day.
Now put a Lego block where these two are, right? Stick something that is gonna pop up.
Yeah.
And explain it like that. See if it adds up. That's a challenge for you, Gary. Instead of getting drawing in a paper,
put a row of blocks on a table in a straight line, raise and lower your camera to them and see what happens. Same thing. Exactly the same as a flat piece of paper. The same information will change based on your angle to that surface.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, the tops have a surface. If they're all the same height, they're going to change how much you can see of them by lowering your camera or raising your camera. It's very simple. This is normal, everyday perspective.
You should do a video clip with that. Something simple.
I don't have to do a video. You can do it and prove me wrong, and you won't be able to. It'll do exactly the same as that flat piece of paper did with the colors. Exactly.
No, because there's no height from the surface of the paper to the surface
blocks have a height, right? But your height over that surface will be a different surface, and you will have the same angular compression. You will have the same foreshortening effects as you did with a piece of paper with
I say
colored.
No. Prove me wrong.
You will. Oh, you will. If I get to town and I buy some blocks somewhere, I'll show you. It's very simple.
Use cans.
I can literally
the same height.
I have one with chalk sticks. Go look at it. It's one of my more recent ones. You can see there's a bunch of chalk sticks lined up on a picnic table. It's the same thing. I do take my camera over the top of them and raise and lower it.
Do you lower below the paper? Like
no. Just raise and lower it. I'm well above it. I do it all kinds of different angles, but I do it well above it and then go down to right about the top of it. And you can see the information compresses. You're looking down the line, but that line is now a very small line compared to when you were higher above. It took way more length in your field.
I mean, that's what you say, but it's not what you're showing.
That is what it shows. Go look at it.
No, it's showing a 2D surface without a height, without depth.
Those have height. They are height above the table.
No, there are colors, red and blue, in screen right now. My lesson for my nitwits and myself.
Okay. I said I have one that has these chalk sticks. You'll see them. They're lined up in a row. It's like, I'll send it. I'll do it real fast.
Okay.
We're talking about vertical surfaces, Gary, not flat horizontal surfaces. I don't think he knows the difference.
Yeah. No height, right? Showing a 2D puzzle versus a 3D puzzle.
Hello, Jose.
Hey, Big Blue. Good to hear you, sir.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Hanging in here, man. Staying strong.
I got a question. I was just kind of watching it on YouTube. Has Gary just proven that you can't see what's written on a piece of paper if you look at the fucking edge of the paper?
Yes, indeed, he did.
Excellent. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Gary. I never would have thought that.
Cutting edge science here, Blue.
Good stuff.
Let me get him a Nobel Prize.
Hey, I got more news for you too, Gary. Turn the lights off, you'll see even less.
Yay! I love that. Okay, Gary shared another video. Let's see. if this is equivalent to the one we're showing right now.
Hey, what's the value of pi, Blue? What does it range from?
In spherical, on the surface of a sphere, Gary, it ranges from 2 to 3.14159. Only on a sphere.
Did everybody hear him say that? From 2. Last night, they have a clip of him saying from 2.4 to 3.14. And he said it ranges anywhere in that area.
2.0 to 3.14159. Mathematically provable, easily demonstrated.
Nothing starts from 2.0. That the one thing is 22 over 7, or with the slash with the 7, so you divide it, right? And you get something that's just slightly different than the regular pi. You're talking about 2.0, which is completely different than 3.145 or 3.1425.
Yeah, it is completely different, isn't it?
Yes, and it doesn't exist. You're full of crap.
Yeah, it does, Gary. It certainly does. You not knowing about it is not surprising.
Ask Bill Bell. He thinks I misquoted you because he doesn't believe you said that, even though you did. We got the clip. You just said it again. So your argument will be with Phil Bell.
No, I don't think so. I think you probably misstated something.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't misrepresent anything. He can send you all the clips if he wants. Everything I typed in.
Show me where Phil Bell said.
He thought I was wrong and I made it up because he didn't believe you would actually say something that dumb.
What did you do with it? Show me where it is. Show me what Phil Bell actually said. Show it.
Actually, it'll be in one of my last video. Actually, in one of the comments with Phil. Go into that and look at the comments, and you'll find it. Or it might have been, there's another video that he was commenting on too, but I'm pretty sure it's in that one. 2.0. Jeez.
Hey, your inability to understand it doesn't make it not true, Gary.
Gary, I have a snapshot from your video, and it seems that if you're above an object, it gets to the distance, it rises up to your eye level, not drops down. What's going on?
Oh. And he said, when the line of sight gets near a surface, well, all my angles are not too near a surface. I'm always looking up to something elevated, but 1,000 feet or 1,500 feet above me, and I get the same consistent refraction effects to something that's elevated. So I'm not dealing with a compressed angle right up against the surface. I'm dealing with something in clear air with a theodolite measurement over great significant distances with a lot of elevation change. I still get the same thing. 4 arc seconds per mile of refraction, measured, repeatable, over many months, for many different distances, 5,000, 10, 15, 30, 50, 80, 100, 120,000, 140,000 feet away, 1,000 feet up, 1,400 feet up, 1,200 feet up. Foreshortening, he said, it occurs at the horizon line. Well, why do I get it when I'm looking up at something that's 1,000 feet up above me, nowhere near an ocean horizon? I don't get it, Gary.
Well, the angle knows there's a surface down there somewhere.
I think you guys are just not smart enough to get what Gary's got.
Good. I don't want it.
In the chat, Gary. In the Discord chat from the Department of Physics at the University of Illinois. You might want to read that.
Where does it say 2.0? Where does it say it ranges from 2.0 to 3.14? Show it, Blue.
Open the link and read it, Gary. That's where it says it.
I'm at work. I can't do that right now.
Oh, well.
All right. Well.
You can find it real quick. You're so smart, Blue. Just find it where it says it ranges from 2.0 to 3.14. Just show these guys.
Hey man, where's the apple pie? There are different kinds of pie. I'm not a big fan of the pecan pie, but I eat it. I still eat it. I think apple pie is my favorite. And sweet potato, I like it, but pumpkin pie is good.
You mean that graph there that I just copy and pasted from Blue's link? That was shown to you last night, Gary, in the other channel that shuts down when we're in this one.
Looks like evidence to me.
Hey, by the way, foreshortening happens in any direction. It doesn't have to have a horizon for foreshortening. Anywhere where you have an arrow angle to a surface that you're looking at. So it could be looking up a vertical side of a building. It can be looking at the horizontal across the field or the parallel across the field, whatever you want to call it. Anywhere where you have an angle to a surface. And you don't even have to have an angle to a surface necessarily. You could just say the angle is in the air. You can't see it, but it's a visual angle if something's moving.
Hold on, really quick, Larry. Larry. Just a quick comment. One of the C4's clients, he baked a 10-pound apple pie for Christmas. How about that? Sorry, Larry, go ahead.
No, I thought he said specifically the compression happens at the surface.
No, the compression is anywhere where you have an angle to a surface that's acute. That becomes more and more acute. The more acute it is, the more foreshortening you have.
Well, okay. Now I'm just measuring to
in any direction.
Okay. I'm just looking at a single point. So, and I'm not measuring the angle above anything. I'm measuring it down from zenith.
And that angle gets bigger.
By the way, Gary, I posted the sentence in there that says exactly what I said.
Oh, look what. That's 2.0.
We still don't see any containers on container ships disappear into the container ship, Gary.
No, things just compress into your visual field at the vanishing zone. It's where all the angles become compressed at the surface. You can no longer see information. So, like, if you have 5-foot waves and they just look like a line across your field of view because of your elevation to that point, which is what will always happen. So now you get a 10-foot wave that's another mile away. Are you going to see it? Nope. Because the angular size of that one that's 5 miles away or 2 miles further or whatever, the angular size of that is even smaller, and the angle over the surface is too narrow. You won't even see the difference between them. It'll all blend into one single line. And it's just like that. It'll slice off pieces of a ship moving away bottom first because they're compressing into that visual field.
Guys, I gotta go away from
on
the keyboard
every
for a
surface.
minute. I'll be back shortly.
He literally said it happens on every surface, but it doesn't happen on the deck of the ship, even though the bottom of the ship has already disappeared. We don't see the containers on the ship disappearing into the surface that they are on.
No, they compress into that visual field, bottom first. That's why the bottom becomes unresolvable first. Rayleigh criterion, it reaches a limit where you don't have enough angular separation, angular space to resolve that information in your visual field any longer.
Gary, can you repeat the numbers you had for the wave?
I don't have to repeat the numbers. The fact is foreshortening is in effect. We all agree that there's such a thing as foreshortening, right?
Can you repeat
the
numbers for the waves, Gary?
Based on your angle to that surface.
Can you repeat the numbers for the waves, Gary?
That's why the colors in that one thing, just by lowering the camera in relation to them, you can see less visual space of the colors at the far end than you can at the close
first time, Gary. 5 foot.
Even though they're all the same size.
Distance.
I don't care what distance. You can
you can
figure that all out if you want. The fact is, I show how it works. I show that it's reality. Who cares what the measurement is?
5-foot wave at 5 miles is smaller than the 10-foot waves at 8 miles. So I'm asking you, what were the differences?
A 10-foot wave that's farther away, like let's say it's 5 miles, we'll call it 10 miles, a 10-foot wave, and at 5 miles we have a 5-foot wave. Are you going to see that 10-foot wave at 10 miles? No.
They are the same
That's right.
size.
You're not going to see them. There's not enough angular separation anymore.
No, because
the
one
angular
obstructs
space
the other.
of your angle over those waves is too narrow to see the one in the back because at
yeah.
that distance it is.
No,
it's way
because
too small.
one obstructs the other, Gary.
Doesn't obstruct it. It's just
Yes,
the
it
visual
does.
space. The visual space over that wave is too narrow to resolve them as separate anymore. Rayleigh criterion.
A double-sized wave, a double the distance is the same angular size, Gary.
Yes, and so you can't see
Yes,
it.
so,
because
so it's
beyond that.
obstructing. One,
Your angle
the one
over
in
the one
front is
wave is too
obstructing the
narrow
other
to
in
see
the
the
back.
second one because the second one has reduced in size visually, and the angle over the front wave in the foreground has become
It has nothing to do with the angle.
narrow.
It has to do with the wave.
Rayleigh
that
criterion.
block your vision.
Compression. Rayleigh
No.
criterion.
Jesus.
That's not how
It's a
that
fact.
works.
It's so simple.
If you wouldn't have water
Yeah.
there, you would see the 10-mile wave.
Sure, if you didn't have the 5-foot wave there, you can see the 10-foot wave.
So it's blocking the line.
No, it's not blocking.
What
You don't
it's
have a
not
visual
blocking.
angle
What it does
that's
then, when you
sufficient
put something
over the foreground wave to
Gary,
see
when
that
you
one that's
put
further away in
something
the background.
in front of something
And so it
else,
always just ends
doesn't
up
block
appearing
the
as a
light.
visual line.
When you put something in front of something else, it doesn't block the light from the something that's behind it. Is that what
If I'm
you're trying
6
to
foot
say?
tall and I'm looking over a 5-foot wave that's right in front of me, I can see quite a bit right behind it, right?
Well, if you're 5 foot tall,
Jake, you can just answer the question. You
If
say,
you're
I don't know the
5
question,
foot
but this is
tall-
what you're doing. You're not going to answer
well,
the
if
question.
you're
You're just going to
5
spout a
foot
bunch of
tall,
other
I will
nonsense.
I will tell you in
Answer the
detail.
question, Chaiki.
If you're 5 foot tall and you're looking
I
at
said if I'm
5 foot
6 foot
wave
tall
at
and I'm
5
looking
miles,
over a 5-foot wave
would
that's
you
right in
let
front of me,
answer?
and I
you
see information
stupid-
beyond. There's a
So
lot
you
more than
let
if
me
I...
answer, Gary, so you
You
can
didn't
hear
answer.
my answer, or you keep.
You're
I can
changing
let
into
you
another
I'm not
question,
changing
Chaiki.
anything.
Yes, you are. You're
Zero
changing. You
change.
changed it from
I
a...
didn't
you
start
changed it to-
talking. You
You
started
changed it to
over
a
me.
different
How
size
do you
wave
know
and a
I'm
different size
changing?
person.
So if you're 5 foot tall, looking at the 5 foot wave on a flat surface, and behind it there is 10-foot wave, there's 5 foot, you can still see of the 10
Yes, I see the
foot
10-foot wave. But if that 10-foot wave keeps moving further out and it's decreasing in its visual angular size,
You
right?
can still
And the
have
angle
5
over
foot.
that little tiny bit of narrowness that we have, that we're looking over the top of the 5-foot wave, is going to become too small. You're not going to see that 10-foot wave
small
another
for
5 miles
who?
away.
Too
It's not
small
gonna- it's
for
going to
who?
look like a line
For who?
or like a dot, basically, if you just take an individual
what
spot.
about the telescope, Gary? Is it too small
Telescope-
scale?
The telescope just has a different limit. It can resolve things because it has a longer
So
focal
I'll
length,
bring
which
every
gives you
time I reach a limit,
smaller field of
I'll
view.
bring
It magnifies everything in that field of view.
every time I
This
reach
is
a
what
limit.
confuses you. This is what
Every
confuses you,
time I
Tyche.
reach a limit, I'll bring a bigger telescope.
And then
You
you'll reach
cannot
another limit,
see,
Tyche. You'll
you
reach
can
another
see.
limit.
And I'll bring another telescope.
And then you'll reach another limit.
Yeah.
Based
but
on
you
the same
can
thing, the
still-
angle.
But you
The
can
angle
still
available.
see.
Tyche,
But
how much of a focal length can you get before all you see is a little teeny one wave?
I think the Webb Space Telescope is 700 meters focal length.
Bring it
How
down to
about
the
that?
beach and tell me.
How about 700 meters, Gary?
Tyche, come on, you're being silly now.
700 meters is the focal length, more than 700
How long of focal
750.
length would you need to see on a flat surface if something was 50 miles away and 1 foot tall?
Nothing.
You couldn't do it, could you?
2 meters.
No, you had just some. I set down a bucket, a 5-gallon bucket, 10 miles away, right? Or no, 20 miles away. We'll just make it so it's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. On a flat
Sure,
surface,
sure.
could you resolve it? Could you even find it in your camera? No matter what the focal length you have, you would have to be exactly on the money.
Sure.
Yeah, good luck, and let's see you do it.
And then what? If I do it, suppose
Just
I
for the
do it,
flat
Gary,
earth.
would you
Just for the flat earth,
disappear?
You're never going to do it
Would
because
you
it's too
nonsense?
small.
Huh?
It's
Would you
too small, and
disappear?
you'll have to have too
There
much of
is
the
no
focal
too
length.
small, Gary.
Your field of view would be basically the size of that bucket. So you try finding that at 20 miles away in your viewfinder. Good luck.
Oh, viewfinder?
No, you couldn't. I mean, it's too small, and the slightest move of your camera would throw everything away, just completely gone, because your field of view would be so small because of the increase in the focal length it would take to see something like that far away.
Yet astronomers keep their telescope right on a star for not just 1 second, for the whole hour.
And
with you.
And what's your point?
Doesn't move there.
What's your point? What's that got to do with what we're talking about?
You can pinpoint a bucket from 20 miles.
A star, okay. You want to get a star? I got it. Just take one of your cameras, point it at the star. Ask Jose with his P900. It's kind of hard to get your focus on a star, isn't it?
What's P900? I need 20.
1000 whatever telescope. I got a telescope.
I need
It's hard to line it up with a particular star. You have to be precise. You even need something to aim with.
Do you listen, Gary? I need resolution. I need a big aperture.
Shaiki, it's hard to get lined up in your screen.
600.
Unless you have something that will help you point at it with a telescope, because your field of view is so small, it's hard to actually get the star in there in the first place, and the slightest move will throw it out.
Well,
ask Jose how easy it is. Ask him how hard it is to actually focus on any star.
How telescope mounts work.
Yeah, the EQ just tracks across the sky. It tracks across a portion of the sky, which it fails in. That's the horizon.
Forget the tracking now.
It forgets about foreshortening effects and how field of view compresses and foreshortening effects take place. Where the star or the sun seems to barely move for a while.
Gary, we
and
don't need tracking.
wants to keep tracking down.
Don't fucking shut up. Just keep talking, Gary.
You're talking too.
We don't need tracking for a bucket because it doesn't move.
I didn't say that at all. I said try to focus on it. Let me see you do it at a 5-gallon bucket on a flat surface 20 miles away. Let me see you focus on that. Get that longest focal length you can find.
Do you have a 20-mile flat surface?
Oh, yeah, well, I'm sure we got close enough to it. We could even elevate it a little for you, and you still won't find it.
You sure?
Yes. You would have to have a focal length, but basically that your field of view would be the bucket, if you could even get it in there.
Why?
Because your field of view would be small. You would have such a big focal length. That's just like when you zoom in on a ship. The ship takes up a portion of the ship will end up taking up the entire.
Okay, how high is your bucket? What's the size of your bucket?
Hey, I got a phone call. I'll be back.
I'll be back. I'm back. Thank you, everybody, for watching. There's 40 people here in the show. Please hit the thumbs up if you haven't done so. Support if you haven't done so. I haven't seen any super chats coming in or PayPal, so if anybody want to give me a little something, I would really appreciate that. It doesn't have to be much. $1 or $2, it'd be good. Kind of boost our morals, like, oh yay, we're doing something, you know. But shout out to everybody here, including Gary, that is keeping the conversation going by yelling and over talking everybody. Shout out to Gary.
I had another diagram I posted for Gary, reminding him that the top, the angle to the top is a narrower angle than to the bottom. But won't acknowledge that one, I'm sure.
Where do we have that? Okay, I see it. I'll put it up. There you go. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Sorry. Stephen.
Yeah, I was going to tell Gary too, if he has so much trouble holding his telescope still and focusing on it, maybe he needs a better tripod and a better telescope.
Boom.
Don't you know that Gary showed the parallax to stars with the camera? He just moved it like, I don't know, Less than Melito?
Are you saying that my $30 Tasco isn't up to par?
I just want to do something for the audience because people have voted on the poll, and it is obvious that we have a clear winner so far. I'm just trying to set this up. There you go. I'm going to share this for the audience because there's a clear vote. And the vote is, there was a poll, and the poll is asking for people to vote. Can anybody find me? And we got 51 votes. And people want to find me a squeaky earth with frogs. So let's honor that and hit the squeaky earth. You probably will not be able to hear it, but still, here we go. Here we go. Squeaky earth with Thank you very much.
I heard it.
Shout
Yeah,
out
we
to
got it.
Squeaky Earth. Did you hear a little bit of that?
We heard the squeak.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Shout out to Squeaky Earth. It's kind of abandoned, lonely there, but it's okay. It's okay. And breaking the fourth wall. This is my setup. Old laptop, dude. This laptop is all beat up. Look at the pad, how it's all scratched up.
Don't blimey, yeah.
All the keys. And no, but then this is the one that we got with the OBS. It's a big, fat, heavy laptop. But look at the way that the Ethernet cable is holding together. Look at this.
Oh, yes.
See that?
I like it. Yeah.
Go. Big bunch of tape, bro. So we got this one running the OBS, just making sure that everything's smooth. And then we got this one, the one me participating. But hey, do what I gotta do. It's all right. We're still making it happen, man. Still making it happen. And as I say, like I can see the neighborhood. You know, I like at least across the street when people hanging out, going up and down. I should walk to the mail with the camera on and see if it works. I'll be back. I'll open the microphone in this other thing and see if it works. Check 1, 2.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Gonna do a little walk to the little mail over here and see if I got any bills today to pay. This is Largo, Florida, USA. Very humble mobile home park. We got a little Santa Claus here. Oh, I was blocking the camera, sorry. I was blocking half of the camera.
Well, you can still see.
Oh, somebody's coming. I better hide. Somebody's coming. Oh no, he's smiling at me. He might have bad intentions. It's weirdos from the neighborhood. Hold on. I was telling this guy was asking me yesterday about the show. I'm like in the show right now, showing. Yeah, I'm live right now. And I was telling him about the show, and he was like, "Yeah, good stuff, you know." You got it.
He's a cool guy, man. One of the guys from the neighborhood here. All right, let's see what we got. How exciting. Doing real stuff. And at least I'd rather have nothing than having a snake in there. You know that people have found snakes in the mailboxes in Florida? Yes.
That wouldn't surprise me.
True story. I'm gonna go around very quick over here. Just a quick go around, like, fuck it, why not? If you guys want to keep talking, I just leave on.
Yeah, we're starting to lose you.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Gone. That's it. That's the range.
Yeah, went past the information compression zone.
It's gone past the Rayleigh criteria. That's what it is.
Did I lose it?
Yeah.
But I'm back now, right?
Yes, you're back now.
Okay. Now I lost the full view. Hold on. Fuck.
Probably leeching on one of your neighbor's Wi-Fi.
There you go. We're back now. Yeah, I'm not gonna go all the way. This is a small park, like it's all the way to the end, then to the right, and then all the way down. It's like a long U shape little park. It's a little shitty, but it's better than some better than some places.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Yeah.
hear you.
Do the new houses open up when they have chalk lines around the bodies?
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
And when you get a new apartment, does it come with the chalk line?
The chalk line. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, where the body was.
I don't know what that is either.
Oh God! Come on, you never watch old police dramas?
No.
You know,
Right.
in Police Squad or The Naked Gun, where the body was, there's now a chalk outline. You know.
Right. Okay. I hear you now. All right, I understand.
Yeah. So when a new place comes up, is there still the chalk outline?
Yep. That's it.
So they haven't bothered cleaning it off. Yeah, that's where the last owner ended up. Yeah.
Right.
Damn it! A
Yeah.
foreigner had to explain that to you.
Now, what is very strange, when I moved here the first time and we drove around, I said, like, I don't like this. It's a little claustrophobic because the houses are, like, close to each other. But I was lucky enough that the one I got is the last one in the corner, and it's kind of a separated thing. It's kind of its own thing. So I like it. We're getting there now. Making it happen.
Yeah.
You want to say hello to the weirdos on YouTube?
Hey, what's up?
What up?
What up?
This is the guy to make it happen. That keep everything straight over here in the park.
All right.
All
right, Bob.
Yeah, man. All right. Yeah, I gotta watch that roof in the top. It's all darkened and black. And I'm not gonna cut that tree because I don't want to get electrocuted. There are cables coming through.
Yeah, be careful.
It's
What do you
okay.
get for rent like this? Would this be like $800-900 a month?
No, like 500-600 a month.
Okay.
Not too bad. But this is it. This is where the magic happens right here. That's the good stuff. All right. Good times. I'll hang up here now. And that was a small segment of JG Cribs area.
Toadie is in the side chat and has asked me to ask you a question, but I don't think it's an answer you can give out over the air.
Toady UK. Shout out to Toady.
Yeah, ain't spoken to him for a while. Wants to know how much it costs you to live in the park for a month.
Yeah, it's 500, 600, 700. Depends on the uses of water and whatever.
Oh, right. Okay.
So you say from 5 to 7, no more than 700 a month. It's cheap.
And so that includes everything. That includes all the services. The water, the electricity.
No, electricity is separate.
Oh, right.
Over here,
Okay.
over here you gotta pay your own electricity and if you want internet or whatever else. But that includes like the water and sewer and trash collection, the yard cleaning, all that stuff is included.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You can hook up a hose to your neighbor's house and use his water, can't you?
Yeah, I know, right? Nah, they're gonna charge you at least the minimum. They're still gonna do it.
Damn it.
I know. Yeah. Greedy bastards. But it's not bad, It's not bad. I like it here. It's cool. I mean, like, you see the people, that one kid and the one guy that was hammering over there. He's the one, like, taking care of the park, like, and he's really cool. Very nice guy. Whoa, Toddy UK with a big 44-pound super chat. That's the biggest super chat I've seen in a long time. I saw one like that from a few weeks ago from Walter Bisling. Shout out, Toddy. Thank you and good to see you, brother. Yeah. I know anybody was interested in that little tour that I gave, but might as well to show something slightly different,
It's always interesting to see where people live,
Yeah. Yeah. One day I'll take you. I'll walk you all the way down to the mall in the corner, like a mile away. We'll do it. I'll do one day a live show just walking around.
I've sometimes streamed outside mine if it, particularly when Terry does a stream on a Saturday or something. If there's something going on, particularly with the race circuit across the road, then I'll go outside on the phone. But
right.
Did we have Gary in? Did we have Gary in here earlier?
We did, but he had a phone call.
Now look at Jose's screen.
I got a question for you, Jose.
Go for it, man.
Yeah, when you were walking down the street and you started to lose a signal, what did you do to bring that back? Did you turn on your vanishing point extender software?
I realized because I heard a little breaking up. I said, "Oh, it must be me," because when it kept trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. I was connected to the Wi-Fi, so it kept trying to connect to my Wi-Fi, and when it's not reaching the Wi-Fi, it starts breaking up. So I turned off the Wi-Fi and I used the data of the phone. I don't know if that makes sense. Turn off the Wi-Fi and the data and the phone, just connection, normal connection, kick in, and that was more stable than when the Wi-Fi is weak, is bad connection. When the Wi-Fi is strong, it's better than the cell phone data. But when the Wi-Fi is really weak, I better turn it off and just use the data of the phone, just the regular service of the phone, non-Wi-Fi.
Okay, yeah, we thought maybe it was that, or you reached the information compression zone peak or something.
Right. Yep. That price, it varies, depends how long you've been living here, because a guy across the street, he owned the trailer since they built this like 28 years ago. So he bought that trailer in this park 20 plus years ago, and he's paying a lot less. He's paying like $400, but we owning it now. But me, I came in just a few years ago, and this trailer. But I still gotta pay the monthly lot rent, and it doesn't pass $700. It's always 6 something. So it's all right, better than fucking real house rent, and whatever.
Yeah, that starts at like $1,200, right?
Yeah, house rents. Yeah, hard to find something lower than $1,000, an actual house rent. And for Florida, for this area, and this is nice area. This is like 10 minutes from Clearwater Beach. It's nice area. It's not too ghetto-ish. It's not actually not. Yeah.
So the chalk lines are optional.
Yes, optional indeed. Yeah, this house when I bought it, I found out long after that the owner of this house died in this house. The ex-owner of this. And I found that out after we bought it, which he didn't mind. He was older guy. But then after him, I think it was a darker story from this trailer where I'm living in. That guy that kind of took over the house, he was living it without, like, he was just living it when it was closed, shut down for months. And some guy was living, and that guy was a child molester or predator or some shit like that. Yeah. And so then when I moved here one time, a month after, a couple patrol cars pulled in, like, hey, are you X person? And they asked me for a different name. I'm gonna say Chris, just to make a name. You Chris? I said no. I said, where's Chris? I said, I don't know what the fuck that is. Who lives here? I said, this is my place, man. I own this. I just bought it. Oh, okay. And they kind of talk a bit to each other. All right, man, have a good day. And they left. I guess they went to the office, figured out, like, yeah, we don't have to mess up with that house anymore. That's the old story,
Yeah.
So I took over since. Yeah, when a house get abandoned, when the house is empty in places like this, if you don't get caught, you can just get in an empty house and live in, like homeless people do it all the time now. When they caught, they pay, whatever damages and all that shit, they'll pay the price for anything wrong with the place.
Yeah, get that over here called squatters.
I get that happen here somewhere else. Hold on one second, I gotta go on mute for a second.
I think there is also a legal loophole that if you squat in a place for long enough, you can actually claim it as yours.
Right, yeah. We're looking for Chris Berry now. There wasn't Chris Berry. Squatters. Yeah, squatters.
Oh yeah, here we go. I knew there was a law.
15. What is 15 degrees north?
That's a latitude.
What countries or places go? Cuba, 15 degrees north. Let's say antiportal from Cuba. Antiportal from Cuba. What is roughly in that area?
15 south, but the other side of the earth. I don't know. I'll look.
Yeah, if you can, because there's an exercise. Hold on. Ask me to figure out roughly where he's at. Because before he was 6 hours ahead of me, but while he traveled, he took a plane, and now he's 12 hours ahead of me. And about 15 degrees north. So it's strange because I'm in Florida. And he's 12 hours ahead of me.
Well, I was just guessing. 15 north runs south of Cuba.
Yeah, but Cuba is roughly the same time. Cuba is very close to me. He's not 12 hours ahead of me.
No.
No, well, it's the other side of the planet, isn't it?
He's in the other side of the globe, yeah.
If he's 12 hours ahead of you, although it's not that time zone, he is on the same sort of time zone area as China.
China, Cambodia, Indonesia.
But China, you're looking at either a chunk of Central Russia, or you're looking at Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Malaysia, that sort of strip land. Because China itself, although it goes through that, they only have one time zone. They're big enough to have 3 or 4, but they only have one. Because they say bollocks to you, we're just having a time zone. Which, going from one side of China to the other, I think can be really odd.
Yeah, and that's a tricky one because I'm geography and time zones illiterate. So
what do you say? He's 15 degrees south.
How do you say north?
Oh, 15 degrees north.
It's a thing trickier. Did I lose the interwebs?
No.
Okay.
I've got a chart.
Oh, we're all just looking at maps right now.
I've got a chart showing the time zones, and I'm just trying to see. So that must be the equator, going right through the middle there. It is 15 degrees north of that. In that time
Burma,
zone.
Thailand, Cambodia,
China.
Laos.
Yeah. It's got to be right in there somewhere.
It's all about 15 north. Vietnam, maybe.
Is the live stream lagging for anybody else, or is that good for people on YouTube? I cannot watch. I mean, I can watch, but I cannot listen to the watch page. What is it? I think it's good.
Dunno.
Yeah, it's good. It's not lagging. It's smooth stream. I see the closed captions, so everything is good.
$15 north, and that's you're looking at Thailand, Laos,
Venezuela.
Vietnam.
No, this
Sorry,
is
Shai?
something close by. Venezuela, Guinea. Guyana. Sorry, French.
No,
French.
that's the wrong time zone.
Thailand.
No.
Yes.
Thailand maybe because 6 hours ahead. India.
15 degrees. No.
He's now 12 hours
Wait,
ahead of
wait,
Jose.
He keep giving cryptic description of where he's at. Now his next clue is the moon looks like a hammock. What the hell? You've been too cryptic for me, man. Move, bitch.
I had a really nice crescent moon just over the horizon. It looked huge yesterday.
Mm.
I took a picture with my camera and it was small again.
Yeah. Now, if you develop that picture in a paper, in a 10 feet by 10 feet big wallpaper, is that the size of the moon, the real size of the moon?
That's the real size, man.
What if you develop it in a 2 by 2 inches? Is that the real size of the moon?
No, don't be silly.
Okay. It's big,
Yeah,
at least 10 feet by 10 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. It adds up.
Okay, I was wrong. Honduras is 15 now.
Honduras. Dude, is that 12 hours difference from
No.
Florida?
No.
North.
I don't
No
even know how
hours
to
here.
read a time map.
There's no hours here.
No, he first of all, the very first clue was he said normally he's 6 hours ahead of Jose, but currently he's 12 hours ahead of Jose. So he is basically on the other side of the earth from Jose.
And the
'Cause
6
he's
hours, he was in Europe. In the first place, he was in Europe.
Yes, because I'm 5 hours ahead. So if he was 6 hours ahead, he's in the next time zone going east, which covers Scandinavia, all of Europe except us.
Yeah.
You know, a big chunk of Africa. And if you carry on another 6 hours past that, you're into Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Malaysia, that sort of place. And if you're 10 degrees north, well, that's not Malaysia for a start. So I think he could well be in Bangkok, somewhere like that.
What the hell are you doing over in Bangkok, man?
Is he playing chess one night in Bangkok? I don't know.
When in Bangkok. I think it's rocket science, man. So it sounds like to me. Sort of like 60 degrees of horizontal. In Vietnam. See, in Vietnam? Maybe.
Could be.
You say 10 degrees north?
15. I think
So
you
I
said
think-
15. He said 15.
15 or 25. 15 degrees north, yeah.
So I think his clue about the moon looking like a hammock indicates that he's at the equator.
Okay.
Well, no, he's not because he's 15 degrees north of that.
Are we using globe knowledge here? Shut. Hold on. Good question.
He's not on the equator if he's 15 degrees north.
I mean,
Because that's 15
that's
degrees
true.
north of the equator.
Is he not giving you different places to figure out? Because I mean, that's the only way I
Well,
can figure that the moon would look like a
he
hammock.
first gave us the time zone. He's 12 hours different to Jose, so we know which time zone he's in. He's then said that he's 15 degrees north. The moon looks like a hammock.
Yeah, that's a good clue because if I see, let's say, the moon to me, it's not like a hammock, it's like a sideways, like a chair, like a little swinging chair. You know, it's not going to be right.
I think he's in Thailand.
Well, too late. I thought it 2 hours ago.
What?
I said he's in Thailand 2 hours ago.
Well, 5 minutes ago, you were saying Venezuela.
No, I was looking at 15 north. I wasn't talking about where he is.
Okay.
Now, if somebody in the stream is somebody coming live, let's say from Thailand, and live stream it while it's dark, when I'm in the like in the peak of the heat of the sun right here, and it's dark night in the other side, that's a good test, right? Good evidence when he sees the moon. That proves the globe, I think. Bangkok is west of him. Hold on, we're getting closer. Bangkok is to his west.
Is at the coast of Vietnam then? Because that's the only thing that's near
Cambodia.
15 degrees that's got a holiday, any kind of holiday presence.
Cambodia or Thailand? Is it the same? Cambodia.
Aqualan in Nam. Are you getting flashbacks? Every time you hear a helicopter go over. What?
He's in Quang Ni, Vietnam. There you go.
Vietnam. There you go. You're being called out. Hold on. I think the UK gave it away. It's in Thailand. Shout out to Thailand, dude. Join really quick and turn on the camera so we can see the nighttime. Prove the globe.
Thailand at the moment has a waxing crescent 26% moon. So yes, it will look a bit like a hammock.
There you go. Sorted. I keep seeing
wait a minute, that hammock, is that potentially due to the actual angle of the ecliptic plane on the sun and our 23 degrees tilt?
Wagon wheel
like
effect.
a hammock.
The
Weird.
wagon wheel effect of the moon.
No, it's the Rayleigh criteria.
All right, thought so.
Dark matter. Dark matter.
Yes, indeed, dark does matter. Yeah.
Toady UK had his wedding in there in Vietnam. Shout out to Toady. Yeah, nice. Didn't know that.
I didn't. Didn't go quite as far as that.
And yet she was 18 plus. Just in case.
What? And I'm not even going to go there.
No, yeah, don't.
No,
That's all we need to say about that.
Let's not go there.
Gary, what are you shooing over there? Are you playing with rubber bands again, Gary?
Macadamia nuts. Sorry, I thought I was a mute.
Right.
They're good.
The hammock moon is really confusing. It took Toady a long time to understand how it looks like that, because from other parts of the world it just doesn't look like a hammock. Like point to the left, point to the right, and the curve, in the bottom.
Yeah, well, now you're on a totally different part of the curved surface of Earth to what you're used to, as in the UK. You're around the other side. Literally, you're down near the equator. You're around the other side of the planet.
Yeah, he's in Thailand now. He wants us to figure it out. We're in Thailand. Oh, well, just in Thailand. Let's say Thailand.
Thailand's close enough. Bloody hell.
Yeah. Toady giving you a shout out, Stingray. Toady UK.
Yeah, well done to him not coming back.
Yeah, sometimes it's more entertaining than others, but the discussion is always fun. Like for real, I appreciate Stingray coming in and sharing his stuff sometimes here and talking to each other. It's always nice.
I've actually had a fair time with who is it, Johnny over in Jim Pandas, and even Pete Shea.
Oh.
When confronted, I mean, Pete Shea says, "Oh, it's the mirrored water layer and all this kind of stuff," and I can get him to rage quit, or I've gone to rage quit a few times just by asking him, "Okay, Pete, do me a favor. Can you just draw a line of the cross section of this mirrored water layer that's above for us, and I'll put it in one of my models?" And he just went off on one and rage quit. And then when I showed Johnny B the heliocentric model and showed him how, with the correct survey data all the way up to our rotation around the sun, that it can predict so many things simultaneously, he kept saying, you need to take into consideration all the variables and it'll send it way out if you do. And then I got him to get really upset by just saying, okay, I'll include them all. Give me the one that affects it the most and how I calculate it, and I'll put it in. No, you've got to include all the variables. Well, just give me the biggest one. Well, it won't work if you don't include all the variables. It's like, oh my God, you guys are fucking comical.
Shut up now. Show your fucking face.
Yeah, I cannot. I mean, like Johnny, he doesn't have anything to add up. It's just noises and rambles.
The drunken ramblings.
Drunken ramblings. That's it.
Of Johnny Bernhard. That's it. Yeah, that's it. You got it.
Yeah. Well, all the claims he makes, the things he's claimed to have done, and it's just nuts.
I've met people like that. It doesn't matter what you've done. They've done it bigger, better before you. They've been there. They've done that. They've done everything ever better than you twice over.
Twice.
Yeah.
Komar, hot mic. Komar, hot mic. Can you mute yourself? Komar. Hot mic.
D'accord.
Okay.
Bon, ben, tu prends tes affaires.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear
not even
your
listening, is he? Bless him.
We don't want to hear your shenanigans with your girl over there, man.
Oh no.
Not that type of show, bro. I mean,
that's when we go off there.
Yeah, unless it's Susan yelling at Babbitt. You know.
I still want to buy that woman a drink. I would love to sit down and have a chat with Susan.
She actually sounds awesome. She sounds like she got a really good sense of humor. Yeah.
Well, she has to have to put up with him. I mean, bloody hell.
Yeah. And the accent, the tone of voice, she sounds cool, man. Oh, yeah. I'd love to sit down a few hours with her and just crack a few jokes and have a beer with her or something.
Yeah. So same here. Without Brian there, of course, because that just ruined it.
Like I would like to try to piss her off, like a person like that piss her off, because she sounds like she's unmovable, Like you could tell her all kinds of. I mean, unless it's not disrespectful, but making a few darker jokes and just try to piss her off. I don't think she will. She's like, fuck you, asshole, and she gotta laugh or something, That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Toady, shout out to Toady. He was shocked the other day when he saw Farmer's Boy. You are so young, Farmers. In fact, you are like Toady's age. Amazing how voices can fool us. Yeah, you met him, man.
Do I sound older? No, he didn't meet. He obviously, because I came on camera the other day and yours, didn't I?
Oh, okay.
And I'm usually on camera with Terry's live stream because
right.
Why not?
Yeah.
I don't know. How old are you supposed to look when you're 52?
Well, I don't know. You sound older, You sound like Big Blue. Like when I saw Big Blue the first time, it didn't surprise me. I imagined that like a big guy and the older guy. And when I saw Blue, it clicked. I said like, all right, that's the voice for that face, for that physique. It didn't shock me that much.
I suppose. It always surprises me when I see or particularly hear myself that my voice sounds lower than I hear it. and I think I've always sounded like my dad. From teenage years onwards, I've always sounded to other people exactly like my dad, because whenever I answered the phone, they'd assume that I was my dad.
I thought you sounded like a prepubescent boy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
No. My balls have definitely dropped.
Yeah, he saw you here in this stream when the few days ago down, you turned on the camera. Yeah.
That's right, and yeah. God, was that last week? Can't remember.
You see, totally agree. Like Blue look the part as well. Like voice plus the visuals now, it kind of adds up, you know. It's the pitch. Now, me, even if I was never on camera, I think if I just show my face on camera, it wouldn't take too long to like associate my voice with my face, with the look that I have.
I had a shock the first time I heard my voice and it had been recorded. I think we ought to do this silly little presentation at college. So back then, this would have been me in my early 20s, and bloody lecturer stood at the back of the classroom with a video camera on a tripod. So we had to do a presentation to the class, and then, of course, agony upon agony. We had to watch them all back afterwards. And mine came up, and I immediately said, bloody hell, I sound like Darth Vader. Because I had no idea that my voice... It honestly, to my ears, it sounded like I was talking really low. And I thought, no, that's not what I sound like. And it does catch me out when I hear myself, and now I hear myself and think, oh, I'm my dad. Oh, shit. So yeah, my voice does catch me out.
I think I look different on camera than.
Yeah, I got a picture.
Right there. Oh, what the hell? I'm not supposed to be there. How are you seeing me? Am I in the different camera? Shit, I messed up. Is this the camera? Whoa, that's a wide angle. Out.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah, I look the part. I look how I sound. And still, when I shave and I clean myself up, I look younger than I am. So don't be fooled by the looks.
I had a proper shave this morning because I hadn't shaved for 2 or 3 days, and I was in great peril of actually growing a beard. And no, I hate that. So
yeah, I hate hearing myself. I really hate my accent, and I understand why people hate me. Some people hate my accent, even though it gives personality to the stream. I think that's why a decent amount of people listen. Because if I had a dull, monotone voice, I don't think people like participate too much, you know. But when I got this kind of melody in the talking, and I mess up a few things, and I got this rolling and all that shit, gives a little personality. They say Jose's voice is so fucking, cannot stand it, but I cannot stop watching at the same time, you know.
Oh dear God, no! Your accent could be a lot worse. You could be Welsh. That's just pissed off a few people, I'm sure.
Ha!
Or French.
Gary, you want to take over again for a few more minutes before we wrap up?
Yeah.
Let's do it, man. I really appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out. You know, it took my mind off of, you know, the real issues that hit home over here. For those who didn't know, yesterday afternoon I lost my brother-in-law. He was the closest male person, you know, closest dude, friend type of with physical contact that came in every few days and stopped by with the truck and visited me, and we sat down, we hung out for a few hours and talked, and you know, and yeah, he said, you know, my sister is having a hard time, my niece having a hard time, and everybody over here, you know, he was a big part of the family, and he was lost. He was with my sister for over 30 years, and it's gonna be tough on everybody. I know it's gonna be tougher for her and her daughter, but yeah, we standing strong, and I know we gotta move on, man. I know he would like the show to go on, and that's what we do. We keep ourselves alive and keep when we lose a close person, close to the family. What the best thing that we can do is stay strong, look up, move forward, and just remember the good times that we spend with them. That I think that's it. And we all got our time. We all got our number. Some people just cut in front of the line or just push us in front of the line, and yeah, we all got our number. Some people just get faster there to the end of the road, and that was him yesterday. Shout out to Frankie, rest in peace, and shout out to all the friends and family that he left over here hanging, missing him. It's all right, man. We'll push through it. Yep. Yeah, shout out to everybody, that gave me their condolences. It's how it is, man. Yeah. Way too young, man. He was younger than me. He was 45. I don't know if he was 44 or 45. Yeah, really young. He had heart condition. He had issues. There's a little more details in it. But yeah, it is what it is, He just had a hard time. He had a bad argument, and I think he just couldn't take it. He just lay down and he never stood up, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean Smith will be 45 in 2 days. I know he's young, bro. I mean, he's young. Crazy. Yeah, and I had a little job lineup a few weeks ago that I told you, like, damn, I told you guys, if I disappear for a week, I'm doing the job with him. It's with him that I was doing little side jobs in air conditioning and stuff. Pick me up, do a little things sometimes. So it's going to be a little tougher for me to find me another entrance, for a few extra dollars a month that I was getting out of him. But it is what it is, It's all good as long as my sister and my family is okay. He had, they are 3 kids. He had 3, 2 nieces and 1 nephew. One of my nieces is out of state, I think in Boston, Massachusetts, and she had 2 kids. His other daughter, my other niece, she lives here in Clearwater, 10 minutes from me, and she just had 1 daughter a few months ago. I think I shared with you guys, like my niece, she had a baby girl just a few months ago, I think. And my nephew, he lives in Tampa, a little further, like half an hour. And my nephew, they all live already. They're adults, over 20 years old. And then my sister was living with him. But the stuff is that my sister and him, they sold the trailer. They couldn't, they sold their place. They were living with a friend of the family. They were living with somebody else, like crashing in their place for a little bit. They were there for like a few weeks, and now this happened. So my sister is like, now, she's going to be struggling a little bit. She's probably going to stay with my niece in Clearwater, take care of her granddaughter. And she probably stay with me for a few days also. And I don't know, I got a feeling that she might end up going back to Puerto Rico to take care of my mom and dad, that their health is a little delicate also, and she probably stay with my sister over there. I got 1 sister and 2 brothers in Puerto Rico also, so yeah, they're gonna be all right. At least she's gonna have good company, I told her, if you wanna stay with me, but she's gonna struggle more because I'm broke. I don't have much to give her. She's gonna be bored. She's kind of used to a different type of life than me, And
Yes.
I think she'll go to Puerto Rico. She'll feel more comfortable. She'll find a job over there. She never worked because she was always dependent of him for over 30 years, And she did little things in their house, little things, but not like a real job. And she didn't want to because she doesn't speak English. She never wanted to learn English over here, so she's struggling in the language. And in Puerto Rico, it's easier for her with the Puerto Rican slang that we speak over there, Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be all right, man. Big shout out to Hold On. He tickled my pee-pee with $10. And there's no way you could have figured out my location using a flat earth map. Job well done. By the way, what map will Gary use to figure it out? Gary, whenever it's your time for your final thoughts, if you wanted to try to figure out time zones on a flat earth, what map will you use? Thank you, Hold On. I appreciate that. And shout out to everybody, I appreciate, I say, the condolences. And I say, for those close to you, don't think that, I don't know, Yeah, think of today as just a regular day, like every other day. But always think that anything could happen at any time to you, to your neighbor, to your family, to your friends, to anybody. So always appreciate what you have in front of you and enjoy the times. Like really try to enjoy the times. Try to bury the hatches if you got a feud and a personal vendetta against anybody of your friends, family, or neighbors. Try to bury that and just put it aside and think about the good times. I think that's what I'm gonna leave it. Final thoughts, Chike.
I don't know. I don't have it.
Thank you for coming. Komar, I'm gonna unmute you, but you gotta mute yourself. Komar, final thoughts. Extra J.
Hey, yeah, it was a fun show. I was about to say I needed to get going about a half hour ago because I got to go buy a part for my truck and work on it. But yeah, I look forward to more questions that Gary may or may not answer next time. So see you later.
Thank you for coming, man. I appreciate it. Farmer's Boy, final thoughts.
Thank you for being here, Jose. Whatever happens in your life, you're here, and if we've taken your mind off it for a bit, then job well done. And yeah, shame we didn't get some of the others come in and shout and swear at us, but you never know your luck. There's always another day. And congratulations to Bev Try Thinking.
Congratulations for Bev Try Thinking for winning Don't Fuck Up the Year.
Yep.
There was no other way.
They announced it already?
I think Red's tweeted it a little while ago. He just saw a tweet from Bev and said, "Yeah, fuck it, that's it. You're done fuck of the year."
He chose to give him the award.
Yeah.
There was no other challengers.
Not this year.
Yeah. Thank you, Farmers. I appreciate it, brother.
Hey,
Good
no
talking
worries,
to
mate.
you always, man.
And you.
Gary Waibenga, final thoughts.
Once again, you have limits of vision with the angles. Narrow the angle to a surface, the more the angle is, the less information you can resolve in a very much smaller space.
Tu es tellement arrogant.
And no, I forgot what I was saying. Put some clown in the background. Sound like that was doing.
I sorted it out.
I forgot what I was doing.
Thank you, Gary. Appreciate it, man. See you next time. Larry, are you there for final thoughts? Let's get the guitar playing Santa Claus. Hold on.
Oh, I don't know. It's when it comes to that DFOTY. I consider it a dead heat. It's like it's a three-way tie. I mean, that'd be extraordinary, but he's not alone. Boom.
Boom. Thank you very much. Mojok Man, final thoughts.
Well, with such a strong field of candidates this year, I really think that it's premature to call it, but I will defer to the referees in this case. As far as the Flat Earth and the show, I came in really late, so I don't really have much in the way of comments. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. Let's hear Santa Claus playing the trombone now. Hey! Wait, that's not a Christmas song. Okay, anyway. Sean Smith, final thoughts.
Well, Jose, first off, sorry for your loss. I know that you and him were pretty close, and it's always hard to lose a family member. Like if your sister needs any help or anything, just let me know. I'll see what I can do. my heart goes out to you. I thought today was a great show. I really appreciate you coming in, and I know that this this show is part of you. It's a part where it takes your mind off of things. So keep it up. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow on this beautiful earth. That's all I got. Thanks, Jose.
Thank you very much, Sean. I appreciate it. Good words, and I appreciate it, man. I really do. We got Thinker Phil. Final thoughts, man.
Yeah, it was a good show. Yeah, I don't get to participate as much as I would like when I'm working, but it's still fun to join and listen. And my thoughts will be with you. And my condolences.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. It's still surreal, bro. It still feels surreal. It feels like it's not real. Like I was gonna say earlier, like every time I see the white little car, the same style, there's like 3 or 4 cars that have been driving by. I still think it's gonna be him pulling up like a normal day. But hey, you know what? That's gonna be it. It's gonna be like that every time that I see it. I was the only person that I unexpectedly expected to show up was him. He was the only person that visited us. Either him with my sister or just himself. Nobody else visited us. Unless you were C4 that came in 2 times to visit me. Like for real. I don't get visitors. I don't get nobody to coming by. So it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be missed big time. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Hit all the buttons underneath of the stream. I'll see you next time. Hopefully we're here tomorrow in another boom.